Buying property at only $50 a brick. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. I've got my second coffee for the day and I thought we'd have a look at this article from Yahoo Finance discussing these private real estate investment trust type of things where you buy $50 bricks. You own one brick to a property. I never really understood the appeal of this, to be honest. I'm always questioning the yield that you'll get on these things. But let's have a look, guys. Are you a fan of them? Have you invested in these and made money? Do you think it's something smart to go? You can see here, just look at when I captured this. Everything heading down. Everything heading down. I think the All Ordinaries and gold is doing pretty well. I don't know where I'd rather put my $50. Personally, I'd be putting every single slice you can off the mortgage. But I've already got into property. Would this be a way to save a deposit? Or would it be smarter just to put it in an EFT, or just to buy shares directly, or just to put it in precious metals, or just to put it as cash so you can access it easier when you need to? Let me know your experiences with this, because I've always seen them, and I've always been very skeptical of it. Very skeptical of it. It always seemed like a bit of a marketing spiel. The way to make money, become rich in real estate is to set up a scheme where you're taking a slice of every idiot's $50 bits that they put in to get into property. So despite real estate prices coming down, and see, there we go, we're starting to see that. They're actually saying that prices are coming down due to the recession. Decades of prior growth have left many Australians unable to get a foot on the property ladder. And we saw in a previous video where people are just so desperate to get in, they're taking their super out, to hell with the consequences, to jump into the market. Even though some millennials now feel they can afford a house, there are still many hurdles before those feelings can be converted to reality. On top of the challenges of saving a deposit and securing a massive loan, stamp duty is prohibitively expensive in most states due to the inflated prices. Well, they love their stamp duty. For example, buying a $1 million house in Sydney, which is roughly the city's median price. Well, no, it's a bit below that now, but yeah, give or take, will mean you have to cough up another 40 grand to pay the government. And what do they do to earn that 40 grand? Are they providing you extra services? Are they ensuring your suburb is safe? What do they do for it? But if you're okay with renting the home you live in, there are many routes to property ownership without forking out millions of dollars. In fact, just $50 could get you started as a real estate mogul. Here are 3 ways to buy with just a few dollars. So this has to be an advertising piece. Do they have to admit that? What do you think? What do you think, everyone? Have any of you done this? And let me know. So fractional investing. This form of investment sees many investors each chipping in a little bit to collectively form a big lump sum of money, enough to buy a house. A modern example of this is the BrickX platform, where 19 homes are split up into units called bricks. These units cost as little as $50, represent a tiny ownership of an investment property. They can be bought fresh when BrickX first onboards a property, or they can be bought and sold in a second-hand market. Why wouldn't you just buy shares? What's the rate of return you're going to get on a property like that? What yield are you going to get on your $50? Is it going to beat investing in an EFT? Or would it be smarter to put that off your other debt? How many people here will be doing this would have credit card debt at a much higher level, charging them up to 20%? But no, we're property obsessed here. Florian, what are you saying? Property always goes up. It always goes up. Except when it doesn't. But I guess, can you buy shares in BrickX? As a brick owner, you get the same benefits and risks of an investor who bought a whole house, including rental income. The company is about to unleash its 20th property, which is a 4-bedroom, double-story house on the southeastern suburbs of Melbourne. BrickX estimates that the Clyde North home will bring in a net rental yield of 9.12%, which is a remarkable return in these low-interest environments. We'll have to see that. I don't trust it. I do not trust it. Because just look at the way the rental market's going. Although houses seem to be more resilient. Maybe. And what about the fees they charge you? There'd have to be something in there. So real estate investment trusts. Investors contribute money towards these funds, which the trust managers use to buy up real estate. And we've seen a lot of those invest heavily in commercial and retail. And a lot of them are taking a hit. The retail sector is a huge employer in Australia, but a lot of them have been forced to lock down. A lot of them are throwing big sums of money to refurbish their centres. I know, we've worked on them. We've worked on them. They have to. If you go to a dried up, old, boring shopping centre compared to some of the newer ones, just have a look what they're doing on the Gold Coast. Look at Pacific Fair, the money they're throwing there. Look at Robina Town Centre, the money they're throwing there. And Robina isn't even that old. They have the same mechanisms as managed funds for shares, where the fund manager will take a commission for their work, and the investor can add or withdraw money with relative ease. Just like share funds, real estate investment trusts are now popularly available as exchange-traded funds, meaning the minimum amount to invest is just the cost of one share. The great thing about real estate investment trust is that it allows the average Joe and Jane to invest in commercial or industrial real estate, which generally have better rental returns than residential properties. True, but the world of real estate investment trust, the world of retail getting a constant 4% growth every year on their rental bank, those days are over. Those days are over. Do you want to earn a piece of Westfield Shopping Centres by Centre Group stocks? Do you want to earn the massive Amazon warehouse, the massive warehouses that Amazon use by Goodman Group shares? You can even invest in overseas properties with a product like State Street DJRE, which in turn invests in 218 different REITs around the world. Another advantage of real estate investment trust is your money doesn't go all towards one property. Exactly. That makes a lot more sense than the bricks thing. The trust will invest in a diverse variety of properties. So if one investment doesn't go so well as the others are performing, they'll buffer your losses. Like any stock, there can be price volatility. With real estate investment trust ETFs, the cost can go up and down depending on demand and supply at any given time. So bargains in desperate areas. Fractional investing in REITs are great, but if you don't like sharing and still want to own an entire house yourself, you can look to some desperate areas around the world. Once in a while, a city, town, or district will offer houses for ridiculously low prices to attract investors in the area. For example, a local government in the US city of St. Louis last year sold off rundown public housing for $1 each. I mean, there's a reason. There's a reason why it is going that cheap, everyone, okay? There's a reason. And most people wouldn't want to take on that pain in the arse. That is that reason. The council figured it was cheaper to do that than spend taxpayer money renovating them. Plus, it would bring in money from outside the area. Japan has long suffered from an aging, shrinking population. According to 2013 government numbers, there were 8 million houses left abandoned from elderly residents moving to nursing homes or passing away. As such, some areas in the country actually give away houses for free. The catch with these super cheap houses is that there will be requirements that the new owner spend a minimum amount of money to renovate the house or spend a certain proportion of the year living there. But unlike fractional investing in REITs, buying a home this way means you will actually have a tangible object you can touch, smell, and feel, a sense of ownership that is entirely different from financial satisfaction. So there we go, everyone. An interesting little piece looking at ways to invest. It's almost like it was a piece written for bricks or for real estate investment trust. What do you think? I mean, investing in property in Japan as a holiday home, I mean, let me know if you've done it. I'm sure the skiing there is nice. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan of this fractional investing where you're tied to one particular property. You don't get the diversity of other options. As always, let me know your thoughts and opinions. Have you done it? Are you a fan of it? Do you think it's the future? Come on, comrade. Everyone get in. What are you saying, Florian? As always, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you're a fan. There's a few ways you can support us. You can interact with the channel. It's a great way to let the algorithm know that you're enjoying the content. You can join us via YouTube or Patreon. Use any of our affiliate links down below at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or Kucoin. You can buy our merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Thanks. I'll see you next time.